Welcome back to The Vocalist. Today we are listening to Deftones. I believe this is my first time hearing the band, so we are starting with the official video for the song Be Quiet and Drive Far Away. Here we go. Okay, I was not expecting this. I don't know what I was expecting. Maybe the music was giving me the impression that the vocals would be harsher. He has a very unique sound. There is a bit of nasality, but what's really catching my ear is how gentle his approach is. It feels like there's just a lot of finesse in the vocals, which again seems like a great contrast to the intensity in the instruments. So back we go. Even the way he's moving in this intro, I genuinely thought there was just going to be something so much edgier or more intense, and that's kind of why I was so surprised. Oops, sorry. So we get this nice vocal fry at the beginning of the vocal line, and he does that pretty frequently, at least, the first half that I heard. His voice also sits higher than I was anticipating, which I think is the other element that surprised me. And the combination of this higher sound with the vocal fry and then the light, sort of airy texture that we hear throughout a lot of his singing, I think is just such a really cool contrast to what we're hearing in the instruments. Even here, I would say this is more chest dominant, but there's a thinness to the sound that feels very delicate. drag, it seems like the vowels naturally want to be in a slightly more neutral place, and for him to increase intensity, he did a little shift on the word drag. Let me hear it one more time. Yeah, drag. I feel like he's lifting the root of the tongue just to change the color and get more texture. You can hear just that slight added kind of crackle in the tone toward the end of the note. That last note, I mean, it was so gentle. The differences aren't as extreme as one sometimes hears in a song with this much intensity, but they're very interesting. If you think about the way he sang drag and then how he just sang that last note. It sounds, I'm not going to say it's head dominant, but it's just such a beautiful, like, almost like a choral sound. It's so delicate. I feel like there's a lot more head voice mixed into this. And it's also reminding me about his phrasing. Yes, we're hearing some pretty significant breaths in this song, but there is so much legato in this. I mean, it just feels so stretched. And again, in contrast to what we're hearing in the instruments, I find that very exciting. That was super interesting. He went, it started so softly, and then it seemed like the adduction increased with each iteration of that vocal phrase. Like, that feels very head dominant. And then we got some fry on this last one at the onset. And then a lot more intensity, a lot more adduction at the end of that. Oh man, we're almost at the end. I'm gonna back it up. Those screams were a bit of a surprise because leading up to that, it's all been so gentle. Maybe not gentle. I just didn't want to say delicate again, but that might be the only word I have at the top of my head. Refined. Everything, it just felt so like, I don't know, soft and delicate. Here we go. It feels like the placement of this sound is very far forward, and it's not particularly like in the back of the throat. Like I would almost say like that sound, that air, it feels like it's very much toward the teeth or the hard palate. That was a really interesting way to end the song. I feel that the intensity musically grew and sort of reached maximum intensity at the end of the piece. I don't know that I hear that very often. I'm gonna have to listen to more. I feel like I just can't wrap my mind around his voice yet, just because there was so much gentility throughout the majority of this piece. Despite what we were hearing in the music, his vocals remained very mellow. Gorgeous phrasing, like I said, really beautiful textures. And then, yeah, at the end, it just seemed not chaotic, but a lot happened in a very short period of time, vocally, well, also instrumentally, but the added intensity and screaming and texture that he put into that was just very unexpected. So I'm going to leave it at that today. As always, I will be checking the comments to see where to go next. But thank you so much for this recommendation and for watching with me, and hopefully I will see you next time.